Hi guys, Alice Taylor down at Lytham Golf Academy, and today we're going to have a little battle between two of the low spinning drivers. So we've got the brand new Ping G400 LST and we've got the TAYLORMADE M1 460. So me particularly interested in this one because M1 is what I've currently got in my bag. Maybe not getting the performance out of it that I'm looking for, so possibly even a new driver for me. But both of these promising low spin, and as we know nowadays, high launch, low spin, looking for maximum distance. So this is a long drive contest, so we're going to see which one hits it the furthest. We're going to hit 5 real balls, TAYLORMADE TP5s on GC quad. We're going to let the new boy go first, G400, and then we'll go on to M1. So slightly smaller head, so 445cc. Still got kind of all the technology in there that we've seen with turbulators, dragonfly technology. I've got both of them set. I've got this one set at 9 degrees. I've got the TAYLORMADE set at 8.75, both with Project X hazardous 6.0. So I really like the look of the G400 behind the golf ball, and I don't actually mind the slightly smaller head. I'm going to pop some ball speeds up on the screen. We're then going to look at some numbers, basically see who comes out on top. So like I said, quite like the look of the Ping. Oh, that felt fantastic. And I have got a review video of this driver coming on. I've tested the standard version and I did like the standard version, but for me just a little bit too much backspin. So it'll be interesting to see if LST delivers on its promise of lower spin. But first one there, very nice, love the flight, and off we go. And it does feel very, very solid. So it's good. An impression of those first two, pretty good. So like I said, slightly smaller head, more compact, so I don't necessarily think it'll be for everybody. For me, I grew up with a much smaller head, so this still looks big, but not as big as a lot of the stuff out on the market. Oh, I do like that. It's very, very nice. And like I said, kind of at the moment, and I know it's down to me, you know, M1's just skating on thin ice in my bag. Don't feel that maybe because I'm chasing a bit too much kind of low spin, feel with M1 that maybe the strike when I'm slightly off center, I get too punished, which is where potentially I've been looking at switching to M2. First few shots with the LST, really, really nice. Again, very good. Like that. Wasn't perfectly struck, but still, I'd take it. And one final one with the G400. So I can kind of see some numbers popping up, and we've seen ball speeds on screen there. So for me, there's some impressive numbers with the Ping. Let's switch on to TAYLORMADE M1. So this isn't exactly my setting, but I wanted to try and get these kind of as close as I could together. And it's funny, I think certainly with the head shape, it makes the shaft feel quite a different length. Okay, M1. Again, I love the feel, and you know, I like the look of this. This is what's currently in the bag. So decent swing speed again. Kind of just around that 108 to 110. But maybe just lack a little bit of confidence with M1 with the way I've hit driver this year. I mean, it'd be interesting seeing the ball speed numbers jumping up. I definitely think the Ping feels faster off the face. Now, That's obviously just down to sound, you know, so the noise is very different between the two drivers. And like I said, I don't dislike the smaller head. I know the argument is more aerodynamic with smaller. Whether we see a pickup in speed, I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe in wind tunnel testing, but not so much with actually just swinging the golf club. And I feel very comfortable with M1. Obviously it's been in the bag for a few months' time, and the performance between this, certainly Epic, was very, very close, and I think the 917D3. At the time, Ping didn't have, well, they had G out. Didn't really feel I got on with G, but I do like G400. So anyone that's watching from Ping, I might be in the market. And it feels good, feels solid. Decent strike again. So one final one with the M1 460. And then we'll look at some numbers and see who's the winner. Okay, so I would say the kind of 4 good solid ones and one that didn't feel great with both. And I think we see the ball speed kind of drop off with one of each of those. But let's look at some numbers for G400 LST against the TAYLORMADE M1 460. Okay then guys, so we look at the numbers, and even though I said I felt the Ping was faster off the face, the ball speed was identical at 156, had a quickest of 159 against 158, slowest 152 against 151, so nothing in that. 13.3 launch with the Ping against 12.9, so again we're talking millimeters difference in strike. Spin, 2.1 with the Ping against 2.3.5. So again, very close, and we're just talking about millimeters difference in strike. But here's the surprising one for me. 270 carriers my average with the Ping against 261 with the TAYLORMADE. Now we did have one at 253 with the TAYLORMADE, which maybe didn't spin enough launching low. But 9 yards is a big difference, and the lower spin of the Ping would also give me a little bit more roll. Right then guys, so we look at some numbers there, and a clear winner. The Ping G400 LST. We had 9 yards more carry as an average, and I know it's quite a small sample, but 9 yards more carry is good. You know, that's healthy. A couple of hundred less spin as well. Therefore, I'm going to get a little bit more roll out of that. And definitely for me then, there's a good opportunity that I might switch driver. You know, maybe going to be looking at maybe 12 to 15 yards total longer, and for me I'd switch for that. So I'm going to do a little bit more testing, and I might take both out on the golf course just to see kind of how I shape it and how comfortable I am. But certainly as a challenge today with G400 LST against M1, the winner was the Ping G400 LST. So guys, as ever, you know, if you're looking for a new driver, get down somewhere, get fitted. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Please leave any comments below and I'll try and get back to as many as possible. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.